Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to the new episode of Salahuddinayubi. At the beginning of the episode, we see that in the Battle of Zangi, the Sultan has a sword on the neck of Nasruddin, and he says that the son is the secret of the father. Salahuddin is my secret. There is no other secret other than this. As Nasruddin says, this is a hidden secret, brother, because Salahuddin is not your son, he is the son of the Ayyubis. Hearing this, the Sultan feels a strong shock. Nasruddin further says, "How can you make the son of the Ayyubis Salahuddin your son?" The Sultan says on this, "Lie, now you are blaming me because of your differences." Then he says, while putting his sword behind him, "My army is waiting for the arrival of the Scalan. Now I am going to war, and when I return I will punish you for this rebellion and betrayal." The Sultan says, "If you move ahead of Diwan, then Nasruddin's army will be defeated." Nasruddin says, "You have taken Salahuddin for yourself, so that the Sultanate will continue to follow you. No one will go to this war. The first thing that will be hidden from the truth will be heard." Hearing this, the Sultan turns in anger. There, Salahuddin and Ayyubi reach the shore of the sea with their companions, where they do not see the army of Muasra. Then the soldier Ahmed asks, "Why hasn't the ship come here yet?" The army also did not come for Muasra. Then the soldier Paras says, "It seems that Sultan Nasruddin did not give the order." Hearing this, Salahuddin says, "Why did you come here? If we keep waiting here, then Grigor will get a chance. Come on, let's hurry up and find out what happened." "Come on," here the Sultan says, "you are like the heedless people who put the Sultanate in trouble." Then Nasruddin asks, "Then why did you make Salahuddin your son? What did you see in him that made him your son?" Then the Sultan remembers that moment when he told Umar Malik, "I always wanted to have a son so that he could continue my purpose. If I can't save Jerusalem, then I want him to do this." This did not happen. The answer was said by Umar Malik, "Allah has put him in this trouble and he will help. If your dream had not been fulfilled, then neither would you have had this dream, nor would we have had the honor to start this movement. This purpose is not from the nation, my Sultan. I got grief from you." "My Sultan, I got grief from your nation. But who knows, maybe some good news will come." After this thought, the Sultan shouts and says, "Salahuddin is my son. He is my way, and my purpose is safe." Then Nasruddin says, "The day Ayyubi's son died, your son was born. Is this a coincidence?" Ayyubi settled in Zangi land that day. Ayyubi governor became a commander of the army. Fatima became the mother of Khatun Salahuddin's mother. And all this was kept a secret. All of them have one thing tied to them, and that is this secret. This secret has been revealed. I have spoken to the leader. The day Ayyub and Fatima's son were born, your son died. The Sultan says, "You have worked in your own way, but you have been doing a lot of research with this information. The doctor cured my son." Hearing this, Nasruddin remembers that moment when the leader told him, "This is true. Sultan Nuruddin's son died when he was born, but then I took him to the doctor, and the doctor said that the child is fine." After this thought, Nasruddin says, "You have done everything very well, but I have done my research well." With this, the doctor comes there when he calls him. Then Nasruddin says to the doctor, "I am the former doctor of the family. Did you cure the dead son of Sultan Nuruddin many years ago?" On this, the Sultan starts to look at the side of the doctor. There is a Grigor soldier in the jungle. That's why the commander comes there and says to him, "The army of Zangi is not visible. He did not attack. He did not go out." The man says to Grigor, "He was leaving the lion in a wounded state. But now it's been a long time. The wounds make me strong. Now it's our turn to attack. Salahuddin will pay the price of entering the lion's cave. Hold him and present him to me." With this, they all move forward. Here the doctor says, "I served Sultan Nuruddin for many years, but as a doctor, I can't do anything with my life. I did not cure the dead child of Sultan Nuruddin. I do not know if any other doctor has done this or not." Hearing this, the Sultan says something. Then Nasruddin says suddenly, "I have no information about any doctor except him." The governor says, "I am the Sultan. These accusations are nothing but blasphemy. Keep quiet, keep quiet." On this, Nasruddin shouts and says, "I am behind the truth." It all started when Fatima Khatun said that she was the mother of Salahuddin. The secret has been revealed. Now confess. Salahuddin is not your son. On face of Nasruddin's doctor, Sultan gets very angry when he says everything, and he tries to silence him again and again. But Nasruddin keeps talking and says, "You must have thought that if this information is given to the doctor, then he will tell this secret. Now you are afraid because he has heard everything." He says, Nasruddin moves forward and cuts the doctor's throat in front of the Sultan. Seeing this, the Sultan is surprised and worried, and then asks, "How did you take the life of an innocent in my presence?" Here Salahuddin is also moving forward with his companions and Khalil. At this moment, the lion reaches the front. Seeing him, Salahuddin also asks, "Where is the army of the lion? Why did the Sultan not start the war?" The lion replies, "Malik Nasruddin came to the palace." Hearing this, Salahuddin also asks angrily, "Did he come to the palace? How did he dare?" The lion replies, "We do not know, but he went to talk to our Sultan alone. Because of this, the Sultan could not lead the army." Hearing this, Salahuddin also says, "Something important is, I will immediately go to the palace and find out what happened. Ibrahim, you come with me. Take the rest of the Khalil to the tribe. Gregor must have set a trap on the way to the tribe. Be careful, go through the jungle. Whatever happens, do not move from your way." These companions of Salahuddin move forward with the lion and Ibrahim. There Gregor is moving forward with the soldiers, and the commander says, "There is no sign. Where can we go?" So Gregor says, "We will go to the tribe to reach Mansur's son. Before reaching there, we will finish their work. Come on, hurry up." There Nasruddin says while pointing to the side of the doctor, "This way the secret will be kept safe." After hearing this, he gives a loud cry to the sultans, and take a moment to press. Then he says while pressing his throat, "You should have killed me earlier. I will kill you. That lie that you think is a secret will end with you." Then Nasruddin says, "You made such a person your son, who is not from your blood, and now you will kill me because I have killed him. If this is your justice for the one who speaks the truth, then come on, kill me." Then the sultans follow him. Then Nasruddin says, "If I reveal this secret, then the state and your family will both be in trouble. Salahuddin will be removed. No one will trust the state. At that time, the enemy will suppress everything in a few days. My goal is not to put the state in danger. If I wanted, I would have revealed this secret by now. Now I have some conditions to keep this secret safe. I will be respected like my family and Amir Hani. We will return to the palace, and there will be no war against the sultans." As the sultans hear the sultans, they start looking at him in extreme anger, while Salahuddin also goes ahead of the palace. On the other hand, Sultan Nasruddin says, "Do you want us to start a war?" Which now Nasruddin says, "I am saying this because I really think about the state. I was against it from the beginning. But you listened to your adopted son. Now see how far the matters have reached. I cannot put any such person in danger of the state. I cannot give you what is not our blood. Either you accept my conditions, or I will reveal this secret. Then what will you do with your mercy, and especially Salahuddin?" That's why Salahuddin also enters the palace, and as soon as he enters the palace, his first look is on the doctor. Seeing his dead body, some questions arise in his mind. Salahuddin also asks, "What is happening here?" Then he asks the Sultan, "What is Malik Nasruddin doing here? Who is this dead person? Who killed him?" There we see that going forward, Gregor says, Salahuddin must have taken precautions. "Spread out in the vicinity, I will put a rope on the way to the tribe. Wherever we find them, we will kill them." Along with this, they all spread out. Here the military soldiers take the dead body of the doctor, and Salahuddin also says to the Sultan, "I request you to tell me what is happening here, my Sultan." Then the Sultan says, "There was an issue that needed to be solved, and it has been solved. No need for details." Salahuddin also asks angrily, "What do you think about Malik Nasruddin being here? When we were waiting for you to be arrested, were you talking to Malik Nasruddin here? Is it not necessary to tell the details?" Then Nasruddin says, "We told our Sultan to trust us and allow us to return to the palace. And this is the matter, Malik Salahuddin." Salahuddin also asks, what was the need to talk so long about it? The Sultan says, "We will not trust anyone who spoils the state. We will not trust anyone who spoils the state. We will not trust anyone who spoils the state." He should have been punished, then the war should have been followed. Nasruddin then says, "You decided the deal, but rather our Sultan has to decide. We have made a decision. Now the decision is for our Sultan, for our family, and for our benefit."
I believe that our Sultan will make the best decision. By listening to this, the Sultan says, "I have always, even if he is my enemy, at the request of his mercy, I forgave him." Malik Nasruddin begged for mercy and I forgave him. He will continue his duty. Hearing this, Salahuddinayubi says, "A corpse came out of this room, and you talked to him alone and reached the decision. It is possible that you killed him to silence that person. What is the secret behind my Sultan?" So viewers, this episode ends with this. If you like the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon. Inshallah, see you in the next video. Until then, take a lot of care of yourself and your loved ones. Allah Hafiz.